Dear chess friends, welcome at the Royal Chess Channel. My name is Manik. I am Grandmaster from Slovakia. I want to show you game between Pragg and Nakamura. It's candidate tournament, 11 rounds. Queen's Gambit. Now black play unusual move c5. It's very aggressive move. For example, possible was d takes c4, play Queen Gambit accepted, and this ending is equal. Also possible is e6, knight c3, bishop b4, bishop g5, d takes c4, e4 h6, and this position is also equal. Black plays c5. What can white do? White plays c takes d5. For example, like after d takes c5, e6, what can white do? Interesting move is queen c2. Bishop takes c5, c takes d5, bishop is hanging, bishop b6, no, queen b6, e3. This position also should be okay for black. Maybe bishop d6 immediately. b4 a5, pawn is hanging, b5, knight e5. This position also is equal. d5 is hanging. Let's go back to the game. White plays c takes d5. Black play c takes d4. Of course, the queen takes d5 is bad because knight c3 and black have to go with queen second time and losing tempo. So black plays c takes d4, white play queen takes d4. Also interesting is knight takes d4, knight takes d5, e4, knight is hanging, knight f6, knight c3, e5, check. White is little better, but not much. Thing is draw. Okay, c takes d4, queen takes d4, queen takes d5, knight c3, queen takes d4, knight takes d4. Now white threatening knight b5, knight c7. Black play a6, planning b5, but white plays strong move g3. Idea is bishop g2 and attack pawn on b7. Knight b3, knight c6, bishop g2. Now black play very strong move, a5. Idea is a4, a3, and bishop b4. White play knight b5, threatening knight c7, and take the rook. But black play bishop b4 check, bishop d2, king e7. a3, bishop takes d2, knight takes d2, a4. White won knight c4, knight b6, rook c1. But black position is okay. Knight c4, bishop b6, knight is hanging, rook c1, threatening knight b6. So black play rook a6, castle, rook d8. What can white do? For example, rook d1 is impossible because black just change the rooks and take the knight on c4. White play knight e3. Rook a5, knight is hanging. White play bishop takes c6, b takes c6, knight c3. Now black play strong move, bishop b3. Now it's impossible to play rook d1 because bishop just take on d1. Black has d file and should be little better for black. Knight b1. Rook a6, pawn was hanging on c6. f4. I won't just take pawn on e5. He takes f4, black play e4, he takes f4 is not very good because it's helping white open a file and knight f5, knight d4. Black play e4, king f2, rook b6. Sometimes planning bishop b6 and attack b2 pawn. Knight c3, planning g4, g5 and knight takes e4. g6, rook b1. Possible was g4, but after rook d2, g5, knight d5. Knight takes e4, rook takes b2. Pawn on f4 is hanging. This position is equal, but white have to play very, very good because the position is worse, but now it's equal, but black have to play knight, bishop d5 and this is equal. Check. Rook takes d5, no, c takes d5, rook takes e3, rook takes e3. And this is equal. Okay, let's go back to the game. g6. White didn't play g4. White played rook b1. Knight d5. Rook c1. White didn't know what to do. f5. Black is a little better. What can white do? White play g4. Knight takes d5 is not very good because after c takes d5, black will play d4 and is much better. So white play g4. Black play f takes g4. Possible was knight takes e3, king takes e3, f takes g4, f5. These pawns are very big on g4 and e4. And this position should be equal. F takes g4 was better move. Knight takes g4, knight takes f4. Now black play mistake, king e3. Better was king e1. Knight g2 check, king f2, knight f4. Knight e6. Knight takes e4. Rook d4. Both knights are hanging. Rook ef2, knight f4, threatening mate. Knight e3, king d6. This is a little better for black, but not much. But these pawns are very strong, so black have chance to win. But after king e3, knight d5, black is much better. Knight takes c3, rook takes c3, b takes c3, c5. Threatening rook e6. Pawn is very weak on e2, and knight is not very strong on g4. Rook f4 check. h5, white plays c4. For example, knight f2 is rook e6 check and g5. Rook is hanging, for example, rook takes f4 is check and white will win the rook. Rook f5 also check. And black will win the rook, so black is winning. h5, white plays c4, bishop a8, knight h6. Now black find very good move. Rook e6 checks, king f2, rook f6. Simple plan, take rook h8 and take knight on h6. Check, king g7, knight is hanging. White play knight f5, check, but after knight f7, black have simple move, rook f8, and knight cannot move because rook on f1 is hanging. Okay, knight f5, g takes f5, rook takes f5. Black is winning. Now black play bishop b7, simple plan, bishop a6, and take pawn on c4. King g6, rook is hanging, rook h4, king g5, rook h3. For example, rook e4 is check. And black will win the rook, so. Rook h3, bishop takes c4, pawn on e2 is hanging, checking h6, e4, rook c6, control 6 rank, and this is winning position because c pawn goes to queen, king d4 check, rook d3, and idea is c3, king b4, rook b3 check. Now black resigned because after h takes g3 is c3, and black will make the queen, so position is winning. I hope you enjoyed this video. We will meet again. Bye.